Howdy.
Howdy. So, how do you feel being in front of everybody for the first time here?
Not really a people person, but I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Speaking of that, I noticed you aren't on Twitter anymore. Why is that?
There's a lot of negativity on there that I don't need in my life, and I just felt like, if I want to, move forward as a person, as a football player, I don't need to let people's opinions and other things, stick with me or, be in my mind when I have other things that, I can be doing with my time, be getting better as a person, as a football player, and as a leader.
Who was being negative to you on Twitter? You would think that 95% of your stuff would be great
Um,
from fans.
People just, always going to judge you for how you perform, or, people who don't know you are always going to, just characterize you and, stereotype you for what they think you should be. And so I just didn't like that, so, I just had to get off.
How much did you learn last year, and how eager are you to build on what you did this year?
I'm very eager to play again. I mean, I don't feel like I had a good enough season for myself. I didn't reach my own standards, and so I'm just ready to get out there, prove that I can, be better than what I expect them to do.
When you say you didn't reach your standards, that's kind of funny for us to hear because you broke Clowney's record for most sacks by a freshman in SEC history. So most people think it's a pretty good season. Like, why don't you think it was good enough?
If I'm not the best D lineman, that's not good enough for me.
Along those lines, when you hear Coach Chavis with all he's accomplished say, I can have the best pair of defensive ends in college football, how does it strike you?
It's a good feeling to know that he has that much, respect for me and Day-Day. And, I just don't want to be, the best two DNs in the nation. I want to have the best defense in the nation. I want us to all pull it together and just, gel and, have the best defense in the SEC.
How much weight have you gained, muscle have you gained since this time a year ago?
Probably midway through the season, I was around 253, and now I'm around 260, 261.
Myles, have you been looking forward to this moment?
I didn't think there would be this many people, but sure.
I mean, is that something you seem like you would kind of come up to the media pile sometimes and play around a little bit. Is it something you might look forward to, is interviews here and there?
No, I don't like interviews, but I mean, I like joking around with other guys who get interviewed all the time. Now, I said I'm not a people person, but I like hanging around with people. But I mean, this many cameras is kind of strange.
Myles, you had to have the surgery after the season. What was that for, and how long were you playing with that issue during the season last year?
I had torn ligaments in my thumb against Mississippi State, so the rest of the season I was playing with that.
How much did that affect you?
Yes, with my left hand. I couldn't use my left hand during the season, pretty much.
When the coaches talked to you and evaluated your performance last year, after the season, they said you've got to get better here and here. What did they tell you what you had to do to take your game to another level?
I just got to pull my effort up and be better on the run. And I knew I could be, and at some points during the season I was scared to hurt myself and go too far because of my thumb. But now there's nothing holding me back. I feel like I could just take it to another level.
Do you compare yourself to anyone? Defensive end out there, pro?
Not really.
But do you look up to anyone? Did you watch anyone when you were growing up that you were like, he's kind of good, I would like to?
I love watching tape of Deacon Jones, Bruce Smith. Really, right now, J.J. Watt's my favorite to watch. I love to be mentored by him, so that's the thing.
Have you ever got to meet him?
No.
What do you think about when you watch him play football?
Effort. He never gives up on a play. He has so many moves. He's strong. He's fast. I mean, it's just wherever he wants to get there, and his motor never stops.
Do you have a sense of how hard he works? Have you seen enough of his
Yes.
crazy workout? Like, what do you think of how?
No. He'll practice, and then he'll be out there, 3 hours after, still practicing moves and running and just doing anything he can to get better.
What were the
Told you
biggest
about Deacon
challenges you
Jones,
faced
right?
last season, whether it was individual players you faced or just the grind of the SEC season?
I mean, it was just, the injury really got to me. I really just, it was taking a toll on me. And as the season progressed, it just kept on getting worse and worse. And so it finally just got to the point where I just, wrapped all the way up and not use it, just do the best I can without it.
Do you remember how it happened against Mississippi State?
Tackling Dak.
That makes sense.
Did you get caught in a helmet or something?
I was wrapping him up, had him with this arm, and I went to wrap the other arm around him, and the thumb went into the ground. And so just
It was. How long were you out of commission once you had the surgery?
I was still working out, so I don't see that as commission.
Do you think now that you're going to be a sophomore that you'll get more holding calls from the officials? You think they'll give you better? Seemed like you got held a lot last year. Did you feel like you were?
Nah, I wasn't held at all.
No,
I mean,
against Auburn.
if they didn't call it, then it wasn't a hold. So I mean, I was just gonna do my thing, and they can call whatever they want. But no, we're just gonna go out there, make plays.
What do you feel like is your best quality as a player?
Never gonna give up. Always gonna give effort. Any time in the game, and whether the play's 40 yards down the field or 5 yards away from me, I'm still gonna run to the ball.
Who taught you kind of that mindset and to have that kind of intensity? Is there a person that you showed you when you were younger?
My coach, Coach Gonzo, in high school, he just influenced me to be better at all phases of the game. That's one of the main phases. You don't have to have any talent to run to the ball, to get lined up, just do the little things.
Now, did he introduce you to Deacon Jones? Because that's like such an old school name to watch him.
Really, he just asked me to watch defensive ends in general, and so I just went on my own and just found people from there.
Did you find Deacon?
He's
Like
one of the
6
best.
feet Rams, yeah.
So I mean, just going further and further and further. Guys look up to their idols, and he was the main one.
What'd you think of the head slap?
Wish I could still use it. He was a little bit dirty, but I mean, he played with effort, and he always got to the quarterback.
It was allowed then.
Yeah,
You talked about getting off Twitter. Have you shunned all social media, or is it just Twitter?
all of it.
No, all of it?
All
so
of it.
no Instagram?
No Instagram, no Snapchat, none of that.
So you were on all that before.
I was really only on Twitter, Instagram sometimes, but I mean,
Talk to your friends now. Do you have to communicate with them in person?
it's what a phone is for.
It's true. It's old school. Yeah.
Remember numbers now.
So what do you think of the Jurassic Park movie? Has too much been made of your infatuation with that stuff?
I'm a dinosaur fan, and that probably is my favorite movie right now.
The new one that came out?
Yes,
You like that the big dinosaur?
yes.
How did you respond when there are those that think of you only as a pass rusher and wonder if you how adept you are against the run? How do you respond to that?
Wait till next year.
In what ways have you improved as a run stopper?
I can finally use my hand, and so I finally get to see another side of me that I didn't get to show last year. I felt like our defense wasn't set for me to attack as much, and we would just sit on the line of scrimmage and wait for them to come to us. And now that Coach Davis has come here and we're just going at the ball, full speed, just attacking every time, I can just make use of my skills.
Schematically, with the new defensive coordinator, how do you feel like, from what you've seen in spring and camp so far, that'll impact your duties and what you do on a play-to-play basis?
I feel like we'll have a lot more, turnovers, big plays down the field, and it'll just be better for, me and Dede, because we're, attacking, pass rushing defensive ends, and so we can do both. But it's just better for us because we're able to get off the ball quick.
Would you classify the change as significant in terms of what you are doing?
Definitely.
Do you see anybody that you think is going to be able to provide that inside pass rush to complement what you were trying?
All of our guys got pretty good pass rush, I expect all of them to get back there because, to be the best, we all have to, we're only as best as our weakest link. So I think, any one of them can, have a good pass rush on any given day.
Got a number of sacks in the back of your mind you'd like to get to this year?
Don't really have, a real number. I just want to, affect the offense every time I'm on the field.
What do you think this team is capable of this year?
Whatever we show our minds to.
Which is?
If we want to be number one, then we can be number one. We just have to have that mentality.
How influential was Coach Price in getting you here, and what kind of role model is he for you?
Can you repeat the question?
Coach Price, in terms of his influence in getting you here to A&M and kind of what he means to you?
He's definitely someone I look up to, and I appreciate everything he does for me. He takes care of me, make sure I'm doing right, and then he tells me what I'm supposed to do on and off the field. I mean, I stay after him. I watch film with him. Just trying to get better at all phases. He tells me what I need to do, and he just works with me after practice. I'm just trying to get better.
And he was your primary recruiter.
Primary recruiter, yes.
How important is it to get that inside rush, though, Myles, so that teams don't make you the, I wouldn't say sole focus of the scouting report, but the extra chipping, doubling, tripling sometimes? I mean, how important is it to have more guys besides just you and Data?
I mean, if I'm taking up double teams, that means somebody else has to step up somewhere else. And now we have a lot more guys on the inside that can pass rush. Then that's just better for us. So I mean, if I'm taking up blocks, they can make plays on the inside. We can be better there.
Does it work both ways too? Then if they're more productive, then all of a sudden maybe they start playing you more even.
Mm-hmm. It's better for me.
Julian talked about the swagger that Coach Chavis kind of brought to that LSU defensive unit. You feel like that's come over here too, right?
Swagger. Not really. I just know I play hard, I do my job, and I have fun. If that's swagger, then I guess I have a lot of it.
He was talking about Coach Chavis' swagger that he brought to LSU, and now he's brought to A&M.
Oh, he's just a fun guy in general. I mean, I love the way he coaches, and he's always pumped. He's always ready. And, he'll celebrate with you, and that gets me fired up.
Do you not like the word swagger? Does that kind of disrobe you? Just don't. That's kind of opposite of what you are.
Seems kind of silly to me. Not really a swagger guy. I just like to have fun on the field, make plays, and have fun with my teammates.
How would you describe someone? What do you like about him as a coach?
He's direct. He'll tell you what he wants. He'll get on you when you need it, but he also praise you when you do something right. And he's always, trying to have fun. And, he knows when to be serious, and that's a quality we all need to have.
People see him, like, around the country as, like, being cooler than a lot of coaches. I'm sure. Is he cool to y'all, or is he just, like, another old guy?
He's cool to us, too. I mean, we appreciate, him all the time. Off the field, he's a great guy, just like he is on the field.
What does he do that y'all see as cool? Can you give me an example of something he does where you're like, oh, he's pretty cool?
I mean, he will celebrate with us. We make a big play, he will come on the field and celebrate with us. He'll do a little dance, do a little jig. But I mean, it's kind of nice.
What did you see on tape last year of ways you can even get better to improve your craft in terms of maybe when you feel like maybe the play is dead, continuing with that effort to the whistle and things like that?
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of plays I could just gave more effort. I could have done more. And that's just little things I need to do more to improve my game, take to the next level. Just need to refine some small things.
Myles, Coach Chavis said that this is a bold statement, but they're maybe the two best defensive ends in the country here. What's your reaction to that?
I mean, you have to wait and see next season. Hopefully we can live up to that, but I'm just going to do my best, have fun and do my job.